Hello, welcome back to another video. For those of you who are new here, my name is Rachel. I'm a certified yoga instructor and I specialize in yoga for chronic pain and chronic illness. So if that's what has brought you here, I hope you'll subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of my videos. So all of the yoga practices you'll see on my channel are specifically for people living with chronic pain and chronic illness. So today I wanted to actually talk to you about how to get started with your yoga practice, and specifically how to get started with yoga if you have a chronic illness or chronic pain. I have done videos on this topic in the past, but today I wanted to really focus on the most important thing that you need to keep in mind whenever you're starting a yoga practice as a beginner, or if you're coming back to your practice after a long break. And honestly, this is something that you should stay mindful of even as you go deeper into your yoga practice. And this is to listen to your body. Now, this is a phrase that people say all the time. You'll probably hear yoga teachers say this phrase all the time, but what does it even mean to listen to your body? Our bodies are always in communication with us. They're always sending us sensory input to let us know if something is right for us or not. Contrary to popular belief, not every yoga pose is for everybody. So if you're in a yoga pose and you start to feel like something's not quite right, if you start to notice that there are some sensations of pain, if it's making your already existing pain worse, if you start to feel new pain, if you start to feel stabbing pain, shooting pain, even numbness or tingling can be a sign that the pose isn't quite right for you. And that just means that we need to add some props, maybe try a different variation of the pose. And if that doesn't work, if that doesn't resolve the issue, then that means we need to try something else, a different pose. That pose just isn't for your body. And that's just because we all have different anatomies. We all have different we all have different anatomies, we all have different physiologies. So not every pose is going to be for everybody. So we need to make sure that whenever we're practicing yoga, we're really tuning into our own body's wisdom. Your body knows what's best for it better than anyone else. So I'm giving you permission here, whenever you're in a yoga class, even if you're doing one of my yoga classes, if something doesn't feel right, even if I'm suggesting it to you, listen to your own intuition first. You are the authority on your body. So whenever you're practicing yoga, if you're a beginner or if you're coming back after a long break, it can be really beneficial to start with just one yoga pose at a time. And that way you can really gauge how the pose is affecting you. You can pay attention to if it's causing you any pain or physical discomfort. You can pay attention to how it's affecting your energy levels. You can pay attention to how it's affecting you mentally and emotionally as well. And from there, you can really build a yoga practice that's going to be sustainable for you long term, and that's really going to nourish you in all aspects of your being. If you are feeling nervous about starting a physical yoga practice, if you're feeling nervous about triggering post-exertional malaise, maybe you're dealing with some chronic fatigue, you're worried about triggering post-exertional malaise because you haven't exercised in a while, if you're worried about triggering a flare-up of your chronic pain, these are totally valid concerns, and starting with just one pose a day is going to help to mitigate some of those concerns. But if you're still not quite sure, a safe place to start with your yoga practice would be meditation. I think people forget a lot of times that meditating is yoga. So starting with a meditation practice can offer you immediate physical and mental benefits. So as you're starting your yoga practice, stay curious about your body. This is a relationship you're building between mind, body, and spirit, and that relationship is more important than anything else. It's more important than achieving any certain shapes on your mat. It's more important than impressing anybody else. That is what you need to focus on, is that relationship. So I hope that you'll subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I am going to be releasing a new meditation practice in, I'd say, a couple weeks, maybe sooner. So you don't want to miss that, and you don't want to miss out on any of my gentle yoga classes for chronic pain or chronic illness. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I hope to practice with you soon. Namaste.